I'm gonna take a different approach to this video. It's gonna be a completely different style, but I basically have this list. And this list is comprised of all my haters, people who doubted me, people who have treated me poorly or wronged me in the past. And I want to talk about how I've used this pain and these experiences to become a millionaire in my 20s. Look, success is always going to be the best revenge. And I think this video is for the younger version of me. It's kind of something that I wish the younger version of me saw, or it's for anybody who's experiencing bullying, pain, or anything kind of similar to what I went through. Look, success can have a ton of different definitions, but for me, it's financial success, my health, the health of my loved ones, and the people that I'm surrounded with. So it can be completely different for you, but these are my definitions. I basically had a tough time growing up throughout all of elementary and middle school and high school. I was treated very, very poorly. And it sucks because I have a younger sister who's 2 years younger than me, and we were in elementary, we were in middle school and high school together. And I think one day she saw me sitting down at this bench after recess, crying my eyes out because she knew how poorly kids were mistreating me. Because my mom, I would tell my mom about it, we would talk about it in the kitchen. And it was really bad because she ended up crying, my sister ended up crying because of the level of pain that she saw me, her older brother, going through. And that's kind of one of like the earliest memories I remember. I think I was probably like 8 years old, and it sucked. My whole public school journey, it was actually a very dark and painful time in my life, and I've never even spoken about this on this channel. But when I got to high school, I tried playing football and sports for the first time. I mean, I played soccer when I was younger, but I tried playing football for the first time, and a lot of the other kids on the team would bully me and treat me very poorly and say that I wasn't good and why am I even playing football and that I didn't deserve any playing time. And I kind of just ignored them, and I continued to show up, and I played all throughout my freshman year to my junior year. I just basically took it one step at a time, and I continued to show up even through all that adversity. So it probably was worth something, right? And I think one day in my junior year, I was sitting in class and there was this girl next to me. I mean, she wasn't even cute or anything, but she basically looked at me and said that I was ugly, and she called me fat. And I think in that moment, there was this spark in my brain that, holy fuck, if this 3 thinks that I'm fat and that I'm ugly, what do all the 8, 9s, and 10s think, I had a lot of acne growing up, as you guys can see. I still have some acne scars and stuff. So my mom thought that the reasons I was getting bullied was because of my acne. So she did everything she could, shout out to my mom. She took me to the doctor, she took me to the dermatologist, and they gave me a ton of pills and ton of ointments. And what ended up working for me was eventually Accutane. I had to end up taking that a couple months after I originally left my hometown, after graduating high school. And that's kind of when everything completely changed, but that's a whole separate other video. But yeah, I mean, people even bullied me because of my acne, the way I looked, the way I dressed. So it was very hard. It was a very hard time in my life. So immediately after that summer of my junior year, I ended up quitting football because I fell so in love with working out. And I remember the first couple weeks, I hated it. The first month even, it was so painful to continue going every single day. But I just kept telling myself that you have no other choice. You have to continue to do it. I would watch a lot of these YouTubers and bodybuilders and fitness guys, and I saw the way that girls treated them and talked to them, and how guys would look at them and be like, holy crap, bro, you look awesome. You're the man. I want to hang out with you. I want to be friends with you. Yeah, I mean, I basically got into it for all the wrong reasons. It was actually very tough to stay consistent, but I kept telling myself that the previous life that you were living was hell, so you have to do this because you don't want to continue living this hell. Basically, just fast forward to the end of summer, and I was like super in shape for my senior year. I wasn't the healthiest person though. I got like really, really thin to the point where you can see like my abs and stuff, but I was still super thin. I would literally just do like an hour of cardio on the Stairmaster, and looking back on it now, I have no idea how I fucking did that. I lost a lot of weight to where the point you were able to just see like definition, even though I didn't have that much muscle. But yeah, people started taking notice my senior year, and things started getting a little bit better. I kind of started hanging out with some of like the cooler and popular kids on campus, but I would still experience like a good amount of bullying, which sucked. And honestly, I think this is something that's my fault because it became so socially acceptable and I let it happen. Like, it was the cool thing to do, which was to bully me. And I would hang around like this group of people and they would bully me. So other people noticed and they kind of started picking on me too. And I honestly don't know why I never fucking stood up for myself. I just continued to let it happen. But I think what ended up changing my life is not only constructing this list, but I basically got out of my hometown after I graduated high school. I moved to San Diego, California. For those of you guys that don't know, it's like one of the largest cities in the United States. And I was able to change my identity as a person. And I was basically able to improve my self-image. This book is insane. It taught me how to change my self-image, use the very few positive experiences from my past in order to become successful, and how to basically just develop compassion, self-respect, and forgiveness for myself for allowing myself to be treated so poorly. I took all the bottled up pain and experiences and basically became the hero of my own story, not only for me, but for my mom and my sister as well, because they saw the level of pain that I was in. I would tell them about how other kids were treating me, and we would speak about it at home, and they just knew I wasn't standing up for myself, and that I just continued to allow these things to let them happen. I took all of those negative experiences and the memories of how those people treated me, and I was able to get into the greatest shape of my life. I was able to build my business that is making me $100,000 per month and has allowed me to become a millionaire, live in my own apartment, and take care of my family financially. There's this Batman Bruce Wayne picture that I love to reference. It's actually on my Instagram story. If you guys wanna go ahead and look at it there, I'm gonna pull it up. Bruce Wayne looking at Batman picture. Here it is. It's the picture of Bruce Wayne looking at himself in this bat suit as if that's the person he needed to become in order to achieve those things and save Gotham from the Joker and things like that. So yeah, that's kind of like what I had to do to become the hero of my own story. I took all that pain from all those doubters, the people that would sit there and call me stupid, the people that would pick on me, call me names, call me ugly, said I was out of shape, said I was never going to amount to anything. I mean, the fucking list goes on. I've heard it all. And it sucks because I even had some friends in high school and they picked on me, but the reason that I hung out with them or considered them my friends is because they were the dudes that picked on me the least. And there's not a single fucking person from my hometown that I was friends with that I still communicate with to this day. And it's so funny how life works because I get messages to this day from people that I went to elementary school with, high school, and middle school, and they're just like, dude, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of all the things that you've been able to do. You're super inspiring because we both came from similar circumstances, and they've even asked me for advice and help. And it's kind of sweet because I can sit here knowing that they were in such a better position than me growing up, but because of everything that I went through and because of all those experiences, I was able to use that and build myself up to a point that they'll never be able to reach. I even had one of these guys email me, and looking back on it now, it was actually very mature, but I basically kind of said, fuck you, kick rocks. I remember everything that you said to me, and I have more money on my wrist than you've probably made in the last 12 months. And because the way that you treated me, you don't deserve my help, because I had nobody to help me even when I was at my lowest. I actually haven't even added to this list in a while, but it's so weird how life works. The more money you make, the better looking you are, the more you take care of yourself, the more you take care of your skin, the more you take care of yourself physically, people will treat you differently. It's 100% the truth. I don't care what anyone says. Getting in shape because of what that one girl said gave me enough confidence to move out of my hometown when I was 18, to go live and survive on my own for years. It gave me the confidence and ability to really believe that I'm somebody who has what it takes to become very financially successful. I'm actually still very far from where I want to be and to the point where I'll feel financially satisfied, but I built such a great foundation and I have so much momentum for myself at an early age that as long as I continue doing what I'm doing, I'm gonna be worth $100 million one day, man. I basically wanna thank everyone on this list who's ever doubted me, bullied me, or just treated me very poorly, because without you, I would have never had the motivation or I would have never built this burning desire to want to fucking prove you wrong. And from all the negative experiences that I went through because of these people, honestly, man, I don't think there's anything in this world that I can't get through now. I think that's gonna be it for this video. If you guys are going through any pain right now, remember that I love you, I'm watching you from afar, and I'm rooting for you. I'll see you guys in the next one.